Alright, what's up guys? It's been a long time, but I might be getting back into making videos. I don't know, we'll see how it is. I haven't really been pet battling that much recently, or really at all in Shadowlands, just because I kind of saw the changes to weather and how much damage they do now, and I just didn't really want to be a part of it. But whenever you don't fight people just playing Sandstorm or Darkness, it's actually kind of a fun meta now that, you know, Twilight Clutch Sister and Hermit Crab aren't so overpowered. Let's see here. This is going to be a tough matchup. This guy has a pretty good team, especially if this was Legion, but it's not, so maybe I'll still beat him. We'll see. Go ahead and swap him out. And that'll bring in Graves, which is pretty nice, because he definitely doesn't want to start with that one. I kind of want to start with Dazzling Dance here, so that I'll be able to outspeed his fast pets. Yes, just making sure I was going to. Alright, good deal. And then Kovok's probably the better pet for me to start with, just because of how pheromones works. Nice, I'll be able to dot him up before he haunts me. If he makes the mistake of going for a haunting song, I'll be able to black claw him too, but he didn't. Still, there'll be a lot of good value once he comes back to life. I'll go ahead and dot this guy up. He'll probably swap me into my bird. That's fine. I'm just going to bring my Kovok right back in. I was probably going to swap into Graves. Just in case he doesn't, I'll go for a Pheromones. Okay. There's a little bit of safe play. If I knew for a fact he was going to bring in Graves, I would have probably gone for Poison Fang to get more value, but if he had predicted that and stayed on his Fiendish Imp to kill me with the burn, then obviously I would never get that Pheromones out. So I think the best play is to just go for a Black Claw, actually. That way if he swaps out, it'll be a lot of damage from Pheromones, and if he stays in, he's going to be eating a lot of damage from my Needle Claw, so he's really at a catch-22 situation. Alright, that's a pretty good move. But I'm going to be able to proc my Racial now. I'll be able to kill him and do a lot of damage to those backline pets. Oh, I actually didn't kill him. Awkward. That's fine. I'm still faster for one more turn, so I'll be able to blind whoever comes in. He's gonna heal. Actually, I'm gonna be faster than this guy no matter what, and that guy's gonna down the backline to a dot, so... Since I know he's probably going to just consume corpse here, I'm just gonna get as much value out of my Black Claw as possible. He's probably going to bring in that Wicked Soul just to potentially eat my Dragon Racial no matter what I use. So since I know he's probably going to do that, I will just go for a Needle Claw. Yeah, I figured. And it should be pretty downhill from here. Like I said, this team just isn't that good now that it isn't Legion anymore, and Haunt's been nerfed like 5 different times. I mean, probably only 3, but it feels like it's been nerfed so much. He can't do anything except attack me, so I should definitely go for Ashes of Outland. There's really no reason for me to save it until I have my Dragon Racial, since I know he's going to attack, and I actually get more damage with Void Slap than Ashes of Outland by a small margin, so go ahead and kill him with the Void Slap, and down he goes. GG. Pretty good game to start with. Alright, get on out of here. Might queue back into him, so just in case I do, I'll try to be careful and pick a team that will do well. This team will probably do very well, because this pet's strong versus the imp. It can cleanse the haunt, both of these pets are faster than the Imp and the Wicked Soul, and obviously the Dust Bunny is really good against both the Undeads. It's not like strictly a counter team or anything to hit what he has, but it should do well if I queue into him. And if I don't queue into him, it's actually not a bad team, because the Lost Quill is a really good support pet for, not particularly these pets, but it is a good pet for like stalling out cooldowns and things like that. Ooh, what an interesting team. I don't have any of these pets yet, so this is probably Discodoggy or someone like that. Let's see, what moves did he have? I have no idea what he's trying to do with this team. No, it's not. There's no way it's Discodoggy because it has two humanoids. He wouldn't make it. He almost never does things like that. But yeah, maybe it's the same guy we just ran into. We'll see. I'll start with the Lost Quill because it's faster than both of these, or all three of these. Oh, he didn't want to have anything to do with my Lost Quill. Okay. Well, it is a really strong pet, but I think he was probably trying to counter. Let's see. I don't know what he was trying to do. I don't know. It doesn't look like a very hard counter team, but I don't know what any of those pets did. I don't know any of their moves. Kind of bummed out that he ran like that, but that's okay. Let's play this team. Play another Moon Touch Netherwelt team with a Dazzling Dance. It's a good combo. As long as it's faster, it's a really strong pet. Really, no matter what moves you run, but I think my favorite moveset is the AoE. Obviously, the Blind, and then Needle Claw is really good. But I think I have some teams with the, not the opposite build, but, you know, the Blind and then the other two moves. Okay, it's this guy again. Oops. This isn't going to be such a good matchup, but it isn't a terrible matchup either. If I start with the Axebeak, he's probably a smart enough player not to haunt into my decoy, so that's probably not the play. I could start with my Spine Bug, and okay, he's going to start with Graze. That's definitely not the pet I expected him to start with, but that does give me a chance to throw up Dazzling Dance before he can do anything. I feel like I have a much worse matchup here than I did with my last team, so I'll be surprised if I can beat him, because like I said, I think he's a good player. But let's see what he does. I don't think he's going to stay in here. Oh, he just ran? Really? What a surprise. Okay, well, I guess he thought he had a worse matchup than I did, so. Huh. I could just be lame, and I could counter him with, like, triple Sandstorm team or something. This would just actually completely destroy him, like, very, very hard. Honestly, any of my Sandstorm teams would. But maybe I'll just try to be more creative than that. I could just play that last team I was going to. Let me see if I have another Enchanted Quill team that I think will do well against him. I don't want a humanoid because he has a lot of undead damage. So any imp teams are kind of out of the question. This team would probably do pretty well. This does well against the undeads. This is faster than all of his pets. This is just a really good pet. But I did play the Moon Touch Netherwelt twice in a row, so maybe I should try to come up with another team. I feel like I'm trying to overthink countering this guy when in all reality, I mean, there's enough people playing. I'd probably queue into somebody else. This is actually not a very good pet right now because of the fact that he's slower than the Wicked Soul and the Imp. Actually having a really hard time thinking of what I want to play. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I lose, right? Let me play this team. It's not really a hard counter or anything to what he has. but it's a fun team that I actually haven't lost yet with. I've won twice with, so you don't have to win them all. If he actually just keeps spamming the same team, I'll probably try a Sandstorm team and counter him. I have a couple Sandstorm teams. I stole this one from the guy who won the last big pet battle tournament, and it's really strong, although it has lost a couple games for me. I think most of them were just me forfeiting instantly, because I would queue into things like, you know, a decoy and a double bubble team, and you know, maybe I could win, but I don't want to bother trying when I probably just lose. And even if I don't lose, it's going to be like a really, really slow game where it's very hard for me to do anything, when it'd be faster for me to just like queue a team like this, like Fiendish Imp, Tone Nibbler, Twilight Clutch Sister, so that I have the immolation to break bubbles and decoys. That 70% is definitely not accurate. It's probably you know, a 95+% win rate team. And this back in this team, Karaji Guardling, Living Sandling, Frostwolf Ghost Pup was like a 99% win rate team back in BFA. And that was the big reason why I decided to take a break from Pet Battles, is when I saw that Sandstorm was getting a buff, and I realized, okay, I have a 99, like literally, we're talking like 77-1 was my record or something. It was insane. And the only loss that I had was to like a bunch of misses against a Darkness team. Like, I didn't really want to play Pet Battles when I thought about what the meta is probably going to eventually resort to. It's literally nothing but Call Darkness and Sandstorm, you know, if people are really trying to be competitive, which isn't fun. You know, it's basically just luck who wins. Okay, so this guy again, not a fantastic matchup, but I don't think I have the worst one either. I'll be a little surprised if I win, but yeah, I've said that twice before now, and ended up making him run away actually one time, so I'll probably not start with Graves this time. I think I'll start with my Porky Pet. I'll probably start with a Wicked Soul. That would be the best move. And I kind of want to go for Spirit Spikes actually, because he's just going to swap me out with that Fiendish Imp, and I'll be able to get a little bit of damage mitigation from the Haunt. Or if he doesn't swap me, I'll be able to get a Power Ball up while he throws up Immolation. Yeah, okay. Now he's going to use Nethergate, so I don't want to eat that with my Porcupet because he's clearly my MVP. So I'll go ahead and swap into the Spirit Crab. He'll bring in the Muck Slug. And then he'll probably... Okay, yeah, especially since he got a crit. I'm very glad that I ate that with my high health Crab. That's actually the name of my rogue. But anyways, he'll probably bring in Graves. So any damage that I do for the next 2 turns is really not that important because he's just going to heal it all up. So I'll probably go for an Acidic Goo, just get that dot rolling. Okay, he's actually going to stay in. That's surprising. Now he's not going to be able to get a Consume Corpse off because Haunt's gone, so I'm surprised he stayed in with the Imp. That was a weird play. But I'm not going to complain. What's it going to bring in? I mean, I'll just go for a Quicksand in case he's stupid enough to stay in, and he's dead. Well, I think I overestimated my opponent. And he's actually slower, so... Well, he doesn't have Haunt anyways, but I'll be able to get my attacks off on him. I'll go for an Acidic Goo so that if he swaps, he has a dot rolling on him. If he stays in, it'll buff the damage from my Slime. He'll probably swap even though he has that dot, so I'll get a lot of value out of it. But in case he stays in, I will go for that slime. Okay. And he should die on the next turret to acidic goo. Actually, not quite, but that's fine. Yeah, I'll just stay in on my muck slug. I don't really need to save him for anything now. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Does an extra 25% damage, so it will kill him. Very nice. Okay. I'll go ahead and bring in my spirit crab. I'll go for an ant magic into rot. It's pretty decent damage. This battle's definitely downhill from here now that he just wasted his imp. I think he underestimated the muck slug. He is going to heal this damage up, but that's actually good. Because that means it's a turn that he's not doing damage to me. Alright, let's go ahead and ant magic so that our porcupet can destroy his face. And he has nothing else he can do except attack, so I might go for spirit spikes, but I'm gonna go for a flank actually. Just because I have ant magic up. And even with doubles, he's just gonna die in 2 turns. Alright, and even if he crits, he has the minus 25% damage, so I should be just fine. Solid game, but I should probably try to counter this guy. Kind of getting tired of fighting him. None of my... Well, this team, like I said, should probably hard counter him, so I'll play it. I'll play this team. And I'm actually slower than like all of his pets with all of mine, so it'll be interesting. Because most of the time when I want to counter like a Fiendish Imp Wicked Saw, I'll just outspeed him, and that takes away a lot of his power. With this, I'm just going to soak all of his damage and whittle him away slowly. I'll probably do like 2 more battles depending on if anybody queues right now or not. It seems like he's dodging, or trying to dodge me, because he's taking forever to queue, and that's all I'm getting now is the same guy. Hopefully somebody else wants to play, and I can play a, you know, less try-hard team. Kovok wanted me to play with Whomper since he bought me one a little while ago, so maybe I'll try that, but I don't really have any good Whomper teams that would do very well against a Wicked Soul and a Graves, just because, you know, there's a lot of undead damage. So I might not be able to do that this video. I do like some of my teams, though. This one's been doing pretty good for me. Yeah, I don't see me winning with this team. Maybe. Oh. A double idol team. Okay, this is a good matchup for me. Because I have an autumnal sproutling. So I will start with him, and he'll be my tank. Get this guy on cooldown. That's going to hurt a lot, but I'll be able to heal it all up, so I'm not worried. Okay, interesting combo. Plague Blood with Darkness. He's going to deal weak damage to my Ghost Pup, so I kind of, although I, let me think about this. Now I'm going to go for the Tunneler just to get my Sandstorm on cooldown. It does a ton of, like, way too much damage. And I don't want darkness up when I'm going for my haunting song. It doesn't affect my nature's ward because I'm an elemental. Super OP, but yeah, just for the sake that it does like, what, 800 damage, I'm gonna go ahead and... Also, it's good for me to swap in my Cure Tunneler so I get a little more value out of my haunting song. Should I go ahead and kill him? I don't think so. I might get a low end and not kill him. Alright, I really need to land this, because if I miss, then I'm in a really bad position on this next turn, because I'll want to take out his undead racial, but I'll want to get my haunting song off before he called darknesses, so fortunately I didn't run into that situation. Alright, darkness is the weather again, that is fine. Like I said, I'll heal up all that damage on my autumnal sproutling, he's full. So I can continue tanking with him. Now, do I want to go for the Ghostly Bite and potentially get Creeping Insanity? Yes. I mean, Deflection. Either or would be not ideal. Okay, so he does go for that, but it's not actually enough damage to kill me, so that's good. I will bring in my Sproutling now. He cannot avoid my Fist of the Forest, because he has no deflection. So I'm going to go for it before he has a chance to swap to the idol. And, oh dear. If I don't go for Nature's Ward now, then he'll be able to kill me with the Sandstorm on the idol. So I have to go for that turn and then kill him now, so that I can have my hot up and then swap. Now, I'm definitely not going to let him kill my my Sproutling, because he is my MVP. And he can't stun me with Rupture, so it should be pretty downhill from here. The only way that he wins is if I just miss everything under Sandstorm. Oh, that's a lot of damage I missed out on. That's almost 800 damage. Alright. I think my best move is to bring in the Ghost Pup. I'm gonna go for a Haunting Song, and if I'm really lucky, he went for the Deflection. That's a really good turn of events for me, because now I can go for Ghostly Bite. Fortunately, I didn't miss that one. And now my Sproutling is full health. He's pretty screwed. He doesn't have Deflection, and I can't miss under Sandstorm with my Elemental, so it's GG. He might go for Deflection, so I'm going to go for a Nature's Ward. He didn't, so as long as he doesn't crit me, I'm fine. I'm just going to swap back to my Cure Tunneler. I'm feeling like he might Deflection here, so I'm going to go for a Shell Shield. Oh, he knows. Okay, he knows not to. Could have gotten potentially a lot of damage with the Sandstorm, but it's totally fine. I was ahead enough that I could lose that mind game. Not worry about it, so I'm going to go for it. Oh, he lost that mind game again. I went for Haunting Song on his Deflection, and now he is 1000% dead. Alright, well. That was a scary team. But fortunately, he only had one Sandstorm, so that was less of a problem. Still a really annoying team to queue into, and I might... I kind of wanted to play... I think that the Graves guy is gone. I'll play one more team with Whomper. I'll try to get a win with Whomper, and then I'll call it. So, which one of these teams do I want to play with? Probably a Yeti team, because if I run into Sandstorm, my Sunshell will probably do badly. I mean, I could potentially get a clutch bubble, but I don't know. I like this team the most. I like it, so. But if I queue into that same guy, I probably want to play with this team. I'm actually not sure which one of these teams. This would probably do the worst against that team because I have no way to block the Sandstorm. This team's kind of countered the hardest by Sandstorm, actually, because I have Thrash and Tailsup, but he only has one Sandstorm. I'm going to play with this team just because I like it the most. And I really hope I don't queue into like a double Sandstorm team, or else I'll be in a lot of trouble. It's okay. If I lose, I'll just play another Whomper team and try to get a win with him, because I promised Kovok I would play a couple games with him since he bought one for me. Kind of hoping Kovok starts making videos again. I was really enjoying his videos and that he was putting out in Shadowlands. It's actually why I was inspired to come back and play some Pet Battles, is just watching him and Rosqo. I've also been watching a newer guy that Kovok was recommending. He's a... Let's see. This is... does he have any way to... He doesn't have any way to buff his Cyclone. What a weird team. Oh, it's a full critter team. How interesting. I don't have this pet. I'm gonna start with my spawnling. I wonder what he's gonna do. This mechanical Yeti should do really well against his whole team. Especially once I have Dazzling Dance. I'm gonna go for a Bone Barrage and see what he does. Okay, that is weak versus humanoid, so I should probably eat that with him. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh wait, I forgot. That's not Swarm. That's Locust Swarm. I thought it was. I forgot how that ability worked. Okay, so I'm actually just fine. Let's go for a. Let's go for a Flash Freeze just because it's a lot of damage, and I kind of want to see what he does here. Okay, that's weak versus Flyer, so I should bring in my Flyer. I wonder if he's going to go for a Swarm. Okay, he's going to... He might have Smoke Bomb. He's not letting me know what he has. If he has Void Tremors, I can eat that with my Yeti, so I'm going to go for... Let's see, how long does it last? Okay, 2 rounds, so I still have time to go for a Dazzling Dance and bring in my Yeti before that goes off. Yeah, and I do want that Dazzling Dance up because I am slower than Grubby with my, I wonder if he brought in the wrong pet there, because if he brought in this guy, he might be able to do a Swarm plus Void Tremors. Well, I am very rooted right now. But that's fine, because I have a great matchup versus all of you. Alright, even if I get a double, he should be dead. Kind of an anticlimactic last game, huh? After all those tryhard teams, but yeah, it's the nature of RNG. Let's see, if he goes for early advantage, that'll hurt a lot. Ooh, that's going to take out my mechanical racial and kill me, so unfortunate, but I think I'm too far ahead for it to matter. I'm still faster, and this does 277, so he's actually dead. I guess I could have brought in that guy, but what I was worried about is getting like a super low end Tailsup or missing a bunch of Bone Barrages, so that's why I went for Whomper. Go ahead and kill him here. Doesn't matter that I'm losing my chill effect because he's a critter, so he can't be stunned anyways. And, here, I feel like I'm gonna lose a lot of value swapping around too much, so I'm actually just gonna stay in, go for damage instead of missing a turn to swap. I'll see how this hive spawn could possibly 1v2 me here. That's still not enough damage to kill me, because it's critter damage. I do like the Akir hive spawn, but he's really only viable in a clone dance tame, and even then there's just better cyclone pets out there. The best Akir pet's the Akir Tunneler by just miles. It's so good. Way too good. Sandstorm needs fat nerfs. But you know how Blizzard is. They like to nerf pet battles like once every expansion, so it's probably going to be OP for the rest of the expansion. But as long as the meta isn't too stale, I'll keep making videos. It's just, I don't know if I said it, but like I was going to say, well, words are hard. The problem I keep running into whenever I do queue is I just fight a lot of either Sandstorm or mainly just Darkness pets. And yeah, like a lot of Twilight, Bone Serpent, and like a Dazzling Dance pet. I think it's the same guy. He just plays different Dazzling Dance users. And I can counter it pretty well with like generally any kind of Kunchong, like the Kunchong Hatchling or Kovok. They do really well. But it's just really boring. I don't like fighting against Darkness or playing Darkness because it ends up being very luck-based who ends up winning or not. But anyways, hope you like the video. If you have any suggestions for pets you want to see me play with, or any teams that you want me to try out, I'll try them. But I haven't really been pet battling that much, so it might take me a second to level up some of the pets that you have. I think really the only new pets I've been playing with are the Enchanted Quill. Is that what it's called? The Lost Quill, sorry. The Lost Quill. It's a really strong pet. I never actually got to show it off, but I already played like 6 battles, so I feel like the video is getting too long. Maybe I'll play more with the Lost Quill in the next video. It's a really good pet. So is the Moon-Touched Nether Whelp. And what's the other one? Oh yeah, Jingles. Jingles is fantastic. So I'll probably play with Jingles and the Lost Quill some more in the future. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video, and I'll leave a link to that guy I was mentioning, the Warcraft PvP Pet Battles channel, because he's a new YouTuber. He's trying to get more subscribers, and I really like his content. So, give him a sub if you like watching pet battles, and hopefully that'll keep the PvP Pet Battle meta alive. Anyways, peace out, y'all. Have a good night or day.